Good morning, YouTube. Welcome in. Today we've got an absolute FPS monster PC. We're building with the 7900 XTX. Not just any 7900 XTX, we have the Hellhound today. I haven't seen this card before. It's absolutely killer. They're pairing it with the 7800 X3D. These two products paired together are pushing out some of the most insane FPS in games. This system is actually going to be going on also on our website over on the Quick Ship systems for $24.99 with an absolutely killer system. We have the 7800 X3D on the B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard, 6000 CL30 RAM coming in from Team Group, a 1TB KC3000 drive, and again, we have an 850 watt power supply powering this. We're putting it all in the beautiful Meshify 2 compact RGB case. We have an LS520 RGB cooler as well, so it's going to look absolutely stunning. It's going to be absolutely powerful, and it's one of the best bang for buck systems you're going to be able to find. It's going to be available for purchase as well. If you guys like this, let us know what you want to see us build next year over here on YouTube. If you like it as well, make sure to come and join us when we build these systems live any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/tints. We hope to see you soon. Let's get started on that beautiful PC. Look at all those parts that you see there. Look at that.
Are those PCs build sent for Pixel Subathon winners? No, not yet. Only the first half of them will be going out. The second half will probably be going out later next week. Waiting for the second batch of product coming from Deepcool to fulfill all of those winners' PCs. Shout out Deepcool for helping sponsor that event. And today's build's gonna be a quick ship build. Well, I mean, we're talking some serious FPS. We're gonna mess with it and see what we can get out of it. With that being said, let's go top down. Let's get started on today's beautiful build. Let's get started off with our CPU. Again, 7800 X3D. This the 13900K. Really, the go toe to toe are the best CPUs. Some games this 1300K does better. Some games the 7800 X3D does better. Knowing that you're gonna get either one of these CPUs, you're gonna be extremely happy in your performance. I also say that if you get a 13600K or 13700K as well, you're gonna be very, very, very happy as well. All right, socket looks good, no bent pins. We're gonna drop this beautiful 7800 X3D down and in. All right, down and in we go. Looking good. Next, we're gonna be working on our NVMe drive today. The KC3000 drive, we've talked about it here a lot on the channel. KC3000 drive is one of the best values because not only is it a performance drive, it's actually kind of like an enterprise grade drive. Lots of read and write. The longevity of it's really high. It's Kingston's name and superiority for being the server grade, enterprise grade drive. We use it as one of our basic standard entry-level drives. When I say basic, it's not very basic. It's a performance-grade drive, but it's one of our tried and true, I would say, standardized drives that we have here at SinceBuilt. Get our thermal cover on. There we go, all on, looking good. Let's grab our cooler standoffs. That's what's next. We're gonna move on to memory. Let's get our standoffs for our cooler, LS520. It's a 240 AIO, plenty of cooling power for the 7800 X3D. The CPU doesn't run super hot, so it's a good thing about this one is we can cool with a nice 240. It's crazy, this 240 is very capable of cooling really hot CPUs. 13700K, for example, can be cooled by this cooler as well. Let's get our factory retention clips off this motherboard so they can go back in the bag as well. Right. All our standoffs are in place. Next, let's work on our RAM. So again, we have the Team T-Create, which the T-Create is very standard RAM. No frills, just really good looking. The black, which I really like, is black with gold accents. I'm not going to hint at anything that we have coming up in a build queue, but man, we've got an absolutely beautiful black and gold system coming up. Yeah, these are the products you see us build on the channel. If we're building with it, we give our recommendation. By all means, it's a good quality product. Our RAM down in, we got that beautiful black and gold T-Create accent. They're a T-Create Expert RAM. There we go, down and in with the first stick of RAM. All seated. Second kit going down and in. Our second stick of the kit. All in, there we go. Looking beautiful. There's our T-Create RAM. Next is gonna be getting our case out. But before we get the case out, we are gonna talk again one more time really quick about this motherboard and the setup we have here. Again, the B650 Tomahawk Wi-Fi from MSI coming in here for our main motherboard for the build today. We have our 7800 X3D down in the socket with our standoffs for our LS520 coming in from Deepcool to 240 AIO. And our private NVMe slot here, we have a KC3000 drive from Kingston. And then our RAM again, we have 6000 CL30 from Team and their T-Create Expert RAM. That's some DDR5, beautiful 32 gigs. All right, aside to the side, let's get working on our case today, which today we have the Fractal Meshify 2. And it's been some time since we've built in this case when being on the channel. Great case, especially if we're going for a non-4090 card. Bigger cards now are needing bigger cases for space for running these cables. Today we have an XTX, which is a little bit more forgiving in terms of size. Not so much, more on the length is still heavy, but the width is not as wide as a 4090. Beautiful case from Fractal Design. Very toolless entry. Boom, there it is. There's our side glass coming right off. Same thing with the rear. toolless design, really nice to be able to get access to the case. There we go. We won't need to take off the front panel because we're gonna be installing a top mount today, but there you go. There's our beautiful 3 120mm Prism ARGB fans that they have in the front. Or the Aspect, I'm sorry, not Prism, Aspect they call them, Aspect 12 120mm fans. We have 3 there, and we have 1 rear as well. So we have 4 included 120mm fans. We're gonna take off the top mount because we will be working on adding a 240 later. Take that out, we're gonna work on getting the motherboard in. So before we get started, we're gonna get our motherboard box out that has, or sorry, our box here in the bottom that has our screws. We're ready to put this beautiful Tomahawk board down and in. Some bits from GrowGuard again, appreciate that. A hype train started, appreciate that guys. Thank you so much. Screws are going in for the motherboard, all set there. All right, next we're gonna work on getting the front panel connections done. Now that we have the motherboard all installed, give you a front close up of that board inside this case. Looks awesome. Small, compact little case. Type-C, USB 3 are gonna be next before we start working on the fans. First gonna be our USB Type-C. There we go. System fan header. Boom. Our USB 3.0 right in the motherboard. So working on some of our fans, our other connectors. All we have left is our front panel connection, our HD audio, which we can do now because we have a rear mounting power supply, which we're gonna be moving on to next, chat. All right, let's get our front panel connection in. We should have a power switch today, chat. Nice and easy peasy. Power supply today, guys, is going to be a 850 watt PQ from Deepcool. This is a Seasonic power supply in partnership with Deepcool. Absolutely killer power supply. There we go, chat. Beautiful PQ from Deepcool. 24-pin main, we will need PCIe 1, CPU 1, CPU 2, our PCIe, and we just need SATA. There we go. All the cables we need, all the other cables go back in the box. All right. Let's pass over our CPU header, and then we're gonna start working on the rest of our cooler. All right, that's all in. All right. These cables cleaned up, and we get ready to mount this pump. Next, chat. Spin this sideways, we get ready to mount the pump. We'll give you the rear cable management view. All right, it's on. Get the last 2 on, and we get ready to mount the pump. Let's get this rad ran. There we go, all right. Let's grab our GPU, guys. Today we have the Hellhound. Today, 7900 XTX. Today we have the Hellhound. I like how that comes with its own GPU support stand. I wish more manufacturers, MSI and others would do a stand like so. You got stand, looks awesome. That's your stand that gets included with the card. More stands need to be like this. That being said, let's get the behemoth out. This is a behemoth, indeed. There it is, chat. Look at that beast. Look at that card, just fits ever so tightly in here. Gonna get the thunk. We should get the thunk today, chat. All right, here we go. Let's get this card in, this beast, big old behemoth. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that's seated nice and, wow, that's in there good. All done. Sheesh. You ready to boot up this beautiful PC? Light it up. Cables are, it's crazy. A lot of cables in this system. There's a lot of daisy chain, but it's a lot of cables in this bad boy. Ooh, it's heavy too.
Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, and watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.